Guys, welcome to watch our second part of our ecological knowledge that I'm prepared to give you here for all of our 5th and 6th grade students who are watching this. This location that I am right now is slightly different to the one that we had before. If you can see up, it's much more of a greener pigment that you see in the trees compared to the bushes, and you actually have much larger trees. Right there in the second mountain that we're actually focusing on is completely contrasting to that because of the color green being seen. The color green is actually represented by the chlorophyll pigment in the chloroplast, which absorbs actually the sun to have the photosynthesis process. In this place, what do you think? What do you see the differences in here, Rudy?
Yeah, because this area is shade, so I think the trees is not too exposed to the sunlight directly, so it grows better than the previous one.
Mm-hmm. And one of the main reasons is, like we already said, it's actually much shadier. So it's easy for this plant to actually grow uninterrupted. The sun has been protected to absorb by the first layer, so it's not as strong and not as dry. And the floor right here is much browner, much more of a gray-black shade of brown that I would say. That shows that it's more moist than the environment that we were in our first segment. These trees right here, the little bushes, are much more greener, less dense, more of a leafy substance right here. And if I do grab one right here, you can actually see leaves in this. These leaves actually is what absorbs the sunlight and processes it and gives oxygen to us through the photosynthesis process. But one of the most significant things that I see in this environment is the high elevation right there towards the mountain. What is evident there is that there is a significant change of ecology, because you actually see much dense trees rather than little bushes. You do see a certain amount of bushes in between the two greener trees, but a majority of this environment is actually much green because the elevation is less higher, and that actually gives the opportunity for the bushes to actually absorb the green. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I totally agree with my partner here.
And what it is that the bush actually goes down and absorbs water, and it's more of a soiled mountain that you see opposing to on the other side. There can be a certain amount of a rocky environment. Like you see in this environment, there are a certain amount of rocks that are natural, not introduced by man, but these rocks actually have it actually contributes to the ecological differences between each environment. So once again, to explain you guys, this is natural selection. Species naturally selected to be in the lower dense environment are predominantly adapted to its environment, and the environment up there, these species will not be able to survive there, so it's much better for them to stay in this environment. Would you agree with me on that?
Yeah, totally.
And just like that, the environment there is much harmful for species, so they choose to be in different environments so they can survive and they can reproduce biologically, which we are all programmed to do, and then give birth to the next generation and on. So here's a wrap up for our ecological segment for 5th and 6th graders. Thank you very much.
All right.